Back at Lac La Vaughn Park, we continue our Park and Rec Softball Championship Series, this time on a Wednesday night, back here at Field A, and we are bringing you the Wednesday Comp Playoffs. Semifinal is kicking off just now with the number 1 seed over out Fallout. They'll be taking on Ticks and Chicks as we get things underway, and right to first pitch here from Field A with Ticks and Chicks batting first, and Fallout on the mound in the infield to start off their night, not having to play in that semifinal round. Great to be with you back here out at Lac La Vaughn Park on a breezy Wednesday night here in the haze, and a line drive caught at second. Start things out for Fallout for what'll be our first out of this top of the first inning. Hans Bristol with you. We are Burnsville Community Media. This is now night number 4 of our Championship Series softball coverage. And a grounder to third's going to sail on at first base. And Ticks and Chicks, they've got their first base runner of this contest. And they'll bring up their number 3 hitter now. And still a scoreless game here in this top half of the first inning. Ticks and Chicks coming off a win in what was their first round game tonight. They had to defeat Minnesota Black Ice 10-6 as we continue on in our action here tonight from Lac La Vaughn Park. As we're just a runner on here for Ticks and Chicks in our Wednesday comp playoff brackets. Great to have you with us, and on a bit of a breezy night here at Lac La Vaughn Park, we're going to have a walk. Don't always see those in softball too often, so a walk gets 2 on here for Ticks and Chicks. These teams been playing all summer since early April in the Wednesday Night League here at Lac La Vaughn Park. That's busy every night of the week with softball besides Saturdays. Popped up in the infield. Ball gets down. Base runners move. Throw to first is not in time, and it's all bases full for Ticks and Chicks, who are in a nice red and blue jersey combo. Fallout mix of jerseys, but I've seen a couple black and pink. A nice look. Stay consistent here tonight at Lac La Vaughn Park. Our semifinal, and a winner on to a championship game with a sharp hit there to third. Across the diamond, won't get to that one in time. Runner will turn around second all the way to third. Thought about taking home, but it's 1 on the board for Ticks and Chicks. Getting things started with our first run of the ball game. Making the defense work in the infield, nothing wrong with that. Catch some space in the infield at that time. As next batter comes in and sees that ball just come in deep. Nice sunglasses, the white and the red. Another grounder over to short. Underhand toss there to second. Will be our third out of this top of the first inning, bottom of the first coming up, as we will now take a look at that bracket so far here tonight at Lac La Vaughn Park. As mentioned, Ticks and Chicks, they've already been in action right here at Field A. They were able to get that 10-6 win over Minnesota Black Ice in the first round matchup. And over at Field B, it was Gage's Gloves. Couldn't get it done against the 6 seed, Get a Grip with an upset. And they're in action right now over against the Dirt Skirts. And we're here at Field A. The winner of this matchup, we'll see that winner between Dirt Skirts and Get a Grip for our Wednesday championship game here tonight at Lac La Vaughn Park. And as mentioned, these teams getting to know each other well. They've been playing all summer since early April. And right here on Burnsville Community Media, exclusive coverage of all the playoffs action and the season's wrapping up and coming to a dramatic close. And right now our semifinal rolls on into our bottom of the first. What'll be our first at-bats for Fallout. The number 1 top seed coming into this matchup. Didn't have to play in that first round, and they opened things up with a sharp single to left field. An early base runner. That'll bring up next batter, who's wearing number 1, showing off kind of a Miami Vice look of a jersey. Nice look from the Fallout. And our batter at the plate. It's already one on over at first base. And this next pitch pulled foul and out of play. A whole bunch of rules we can go through as this one continues on through tonight. If you're new to softball, you do only get 2 strikes at the plate. Unlike 3. Get 3 balls as well. That leads to a walk. Which our second hitter of the night getting one there, but hitting this one sharply to left field. And that's over the left fielder all the way to the warning track. Big turnaround third from our leadoff hitter. And our second hit of the game from Fallout is an RBI triple for Fallout to tie this game at 1. Left that outfielder stranded. Whole lot of power behind that swing to deep left field. Not the easiest part of the ballpark here at Lac La Vang to swing into. This one comes in short for a ball, and already runner at third with Fallout tying this game up in our championship semifinal. Our next hitter is who I looked at and said, yeah, guys in the truck. That's the color they're wearing, the white jersey. Well, that's not the case, at least for most of them, because our next hitter has the right jersey on. But it is a walk, so first and third still don't have our first out here in the bottom of the first. Tonight's umpire Mark behind home plates be in charge of the action here at Field A at Lac La Vang Park. Long, busy summers for these umpires as well, most of them working most of the 6 nights of softball a week here at Lac La Vang. That ball drops in for a ball. First and third, Fallout already with 1 on the board, and we'll take that pitch for a walk. So bases loaded. Kicks and Chicks still can't get a out on the board here so far. And that's going to lead to our next hitter who has a pig on their jersey. That is correct. That's a pig. What if they're a fan of bacon? Might be too soon. Don't have Don here tonight, so I got to try and slip in some humor somewhere. Base is full for Fallout, the number 1 seed in this Wednesday night's championship playoff brackets. Part of our Burnsville Community Media series, and we'll have a bases loaded walk to walk in a runner. Fallout jump out to a 2-1 lead now. So Fallout getting on the board with their run batted in, or run walked in, as you could say. Not a lot of time to walk. Most of these athletes, they're taking jogs out to the field, out to the bases. That ball drops in behind, just in front of home plate. Base is still full. Nobody out here with Fallout. Try to grow on this lead as this one will be hit over to short. Tough play there. They'll throw a second for 1. Might not have another play that time, so it does bring in another run for Fallout. And they put themselves up 3-1 here in our bottom of the first. The top seed Fallout who are on the board with their 3rd run of this game. Have themselves the 3-1 lead with our next hitter now. Right back over to that shortstop, keeping them busy at short. Get the out there at second, not in time. Trying to turn 2. So Fallout bring 1 more in to make this a 4-1 lead. Fallout just doing what they can. Making contact. That's bringing in runs. There's nothing wrong with that. They've got the music bumping. Vibes always great initially. Here at Lac La Vang Park, any night of the week for softball. So just a runner over there at first base. And a 4-1 lead for Fallout. With this one over to short, keeping that shortstop busy. Underhand, toss to second, just in time to retire the 3rd out here from Ticks and Chicks, who see Fallout score 4 in our bottom of the first. We'll make the turn toward the 2nd here in Burnsville. Ticks and Chicks back to the plate. top of the second here at Lac Levon Park. And a ground out, nice play over there at second base. Retires our first base runner out here in the top half of the second inning, a semifinal of the Wednesday Comp League playoffs. And winner moves on to our championship game that we'll have here right for you at Burnsville Community Media. Here live from Lac Levon Park. As that one drops in, Ticks and Chicks trying to respond after a 4-spot from Fallout. And a base runner with a walk. Start things off here in the top half of the second inning with just that one out. To bat now number 4 in the Ticks and Chicks jersey. But I believe this gal was here playing, I think that was our Friday night, and this is hit pretty well to right field. And it's over the right fielder to drop in all the way to the warning track. A long turnaround third is going to bring a base runner in. And Ticks and Chicks just like that. Mark another one down on the board, and it's 4-2 with the big base hit to right field. Seen a couple of deep hit softballs in this one so far. And just like that, Ticks and Chicks getting the response back in our semifinal of our Burnsville Community Media Softball Championship Series. Always a lot of fun out here. Have to grind these teams. They're on TV here tonight as this one's going to drop into center field for the one-out single, and the runner will hold there at third. So it'll be first and third with one out. It's kind of funny. It's every team's just kind of got a unique personality to them. Every team kind of plays a different way. Some are using a lot more strategy. So this one will sneak into right field, and that will bring in yet another run here for Ticks and Chicks to make this a 4-3 game. Just like that, responding well. Fallout had the bats going in that first inning. Ticks and Chicks trying to respond here and keep things going themselves. With a pop up and that ball ending up out of play. Got a kid on the throw here. Oh, great camera shot. Just about got it over and almost took out a couple spectators. Nice throw, though. That is a high fence to try and get a ball over the top of. Next pitch, pulled to the left-hand side and making a grab. Nice throw. He had to come by and take a peek at the monitor, see if he was on TV. I never know what you're going to get on a softball night here out at Burnsville. Had longboards, bikes, furry friends. 2 on, 2 outs, and a base hit for Ticks and Chicks. Runner will take a look around third. Throw is slow to get back in, and a tag at third's going to be the third out. And retire Ticks and Chicks in the top of the second with a nice defensive play. We'll see Fallout come back to the base. See it there, getting the tag. Bottom of the second next. .78 degrees, bit of a breeze here tonight at Lac Levon Park, but we'll take those lower temperatures compared to some of the recent heat wave that we have had. As our next batter getting things started for Fallout, a swing and a miss here in our bottom of the second inning. That breeze has been off and on here tonight, and nonetheless, nice night here at the park with a pop-up in the infield. Pitcher has to come out of the circle and make the catch. I've said mound a couple of times, and well, it is technically a circle, not a mound. So the pitcher comes off the circle to make a catch. Quick first down here in the bottom of the second. Fallout at the plate, the top seed, the number 1 playoff seed here in this bracket of the Wednesday Night Comp League. Trying to see if they can build on a 1-run lead right now. All smiles at the plate, no matter the pitch. And just a bit of banter, because you have to have that. It's softball. We're just out here having fun. Has a swing this time, over to third base. And on to first in time for the outs. And son, we got we're taking pictures now of the announcer. I was not ready for that. I was not prepared. I don't know. we might have to redo on those. Oh, grounded to short. That's underneath the glove, and it's a 2-out hit into left field. Oh, I need the memo for when it's picture night. That's okay. Next batter up here with one on for Fallout. Number 1 seed, not having to play. That makes a difference at all, because a lot of these teams, if you play in that first games, which starts at 6 o'clock, you can make your way all the way through a 3-game night, which I don't think any of these teams are any different too. Another pop-up in the infield. Could be a tough play there from second to move in, but making the catch anyways, and that's the 3rd out of our bottom of the 2nd inning, and just a 1-run lead headed to the 3rd. Top of the 3rd we go, and back to the plate, Ticks and Chicks against Fallout, and just a 1-run game. Hans Bristow back with you. We're out at Lac La Vaughn Park here in Burnsville. Another night of our Park and Rec Softball Championship Series. Always a lot of fun to be out here for some softball nights in the summertime. Stretch of a throw over there to first base is just out of the reach. And Ticks and Chicks have their first base runner of this ball game. That's not this ball game. That started a while ago into the top of the 3rd. So runner over there at first base. 4-3 our score. Just a reminder, Fallout were the number 1 seed, so have not played yet tonight. 6 o'clock that first round. Ticks and Chicks with a 10-6 win over Black Ice, who they took on this field. Hit pretty well to right. A little drift left is caught there. And good throw there into second to hold that runner over at first base. And that makes it 1 out here in our top half of the 3rd inning. And as always, surrounding Field A here, 3 other fields full of softball action on a Wednesday night. As we return toward back of the top of the order here for Ticks and Chicks. Hans Bristow with you in what is another night of softball action. Best Accessory Awards goes to this hitter. The headband, the glasses. Gotta stay sharp. And his glasses aren't a bad job. Not a bad idea with the dirt on the field here tonight. So base runner on there with a walk. And it's over to first and second for Ticks and Chicks. Trying to get something going here. Still only down a run. They get faced up with the top seed in this championship series softball bracket. That ball drops in for a strike. These hitters get real good in softball, as this one might be a fair ball here in the infield. It is going to drop in fair, and it will load the bases. Just a little bit of trickery, a little finesse on that swing. Drops in. That's a fair live ball, and bases loaded now. Well, sometimes if you don't make full contact, just make any kind of contact. Anything can happen. As this one pulled into center. That'll be a base hit. And Ticks and Chicks will get this game tied up. Throw will come back in, but the runner will hold over there at third base. We are all tied 4 apiece and still bases loaded. Ticks and Chicks responded well. 4-run first from Fallout. This ball is going to be dropped into right center field with the bases full. It'll bring in a 1 and stop right there. Ticks and Chicks, they take the lead and make this a 5-4 lead. Good back and forth game here so far. Never sure scoring-wise what you're going to get out of softball on a game-by-game basis. So that one is pulled well foul down the fence line. That I learned with last night, a diving catch that happened in that corner. Thankfully, our crew caught it, because I did not. It's one part of the ballpark I really wouldn't catch a play. Ground ball over to second. And just going to apply the tag, and throw first goes long for one to score, and that'll bring in another. So some heads-up base running there. Going to second base, just kind of letting some time get away, and that brings in two, and it's 7-4. Going away from the tag there, and didn't call it until the umpire caught it, and a nice catch right behind home plate, just on the brim of the glove. And that leads to what is our third run, the third out, I should say, of this top of the third. One more look, right behind home plate, no problem, nice grab. And Fallout will be coming up back to bat this time, trailing by 2 here in the third. Bottom of the third, 7-4 is our score. Hans Bristol with you out at Lac La Vente Park as that one takes a skip in the infield. Look out into left field. Shortstop's been busy here so far, and that ball caught a bit of a divot, kicked up into the outfield. First swing of the inning. First base runner here for Fallout, returning back to the plate in our bottom half of the third inning. Fallout were the top seed in this softball series. That one ends up as a foul ball well behind the play here to our right-hand side. For what'll be strike one here. Only 2 strikes to work with. Trying to put this one into play. And this time getting under it. It's going to be a low-driven drive to center field. Good move to the right to make the catch for our first out here, bottom of the third. And that'll bring up our pig jersey. Oh, look, what does that say? Fractured pigs. I'm going to assume that's maybe a different softball team and filling in here tonight. In for a strike, just one out, one runner down at third. First base, I should say, for Fallouts, down by 3. The high drifting ball to left field. Good move to the left for the catch. Gray skies here tonight. And there's going to actually be some tough softballs all week long in doing these games. It's not easy to track down and catch a ball like that into the outfield sky, especially when it gets dark out here. You'd think, oh, it's a yellow softball, easy to strike, easy to catch on to. Not always the case. Bottom third, 2 outs. Dog behind me chiming in on the action. And a 3-run game. Here with just the 1 runner down at first base. Ball drops in for a strike. Now Fallout, the top seed in this Wednesday Comp Bracket Championship playoff. That one inside for strike 2, and a strikeout will end this bottom of the third inning, and we will head to the fourth. Ticks and Chicks, they still have the 3-run lead. Three-run game, semifinal of our Wednesday Comp Brackets. Out here at Lac La Vente Park in Burnsville, Wednesday night playoffs. Hans Bristol with you. We have a semifinal with Ticks and Chicks, the 3-run lead to the plate, and an infield grounder with a nice throw from third to catch that out across the diamond. And the base runner there at first couldn't believe it. That was as solid of a throw as you're going to see all night here from Lac La Vente Park. This one pulled foul right down the first base line. And we'll just lead to strike number 1 here for the number 6 Ticks and Chicks hitter. It's a tongue twister. Foul ball. It's going to be strike 2 and an out. And bring us already our second out here in the top of the fourth. Ticks and Chicks at the plate. And a 3-run lead. Fallouts finding themselves down by 3 here so far. And a good low-scoring game. We've had some big hits, some good defense we've seen as well. This one pulled foul, strike 1. to number 15 in the blue shirt. All different colors of shirts. Don't need to go with the continuous jersey combo because that would just make it easier on the announcer. This one drops into left field and a 2-out base hit here for Dixon Chicks with that 3-run lead. To be fair, sure it does say Dixon Chicks, so that has to count for something. Next hitter up now. First pitch. Grounder there to short. And from third, I should say. Toss across the diamond. Fallout get the out there at first for what will be our third out here in the top of the fourth. With no runs there, and Dixon Chicks still with the lead, bottom 4. Bottom of the fourth we go. Field A at Lac La Vaughn Park here in Burnsville. Beautiful night. High 70 degrees. And first hit of the inning got dropped there in center field. Couldn't make the catch, so that's a base runner and something to smile about anytime you're on base. Open things up here in the bottom of the fourth. Hans Bristol with you, Burnsville Community Media. Hard to believe, night number 4 of our Park and Rec Softball Championship Series coverage out at Lac La Vaughn Park. It's got to be one of the better softball facilities in the state. With the 4 fields, always well kept. Really good umpiring. All these teams, every tournament, every bracket's been competitive. As we get a catch out there in center field. Just a runner on first with 1 out. And some kind of aircraft in the air that we cannot see from the field. That ball just pulled into third, just a bit foul. I can hear it, I can't see it. Sounded like a helicopter. Had a good shot of one of those the other night, just not clear enough in the skies tonight for that. Sorry, cameras. 1 out, just a runner on. It's Fallout at the plate. They're trying to make some noise, down by 3, needing some runs here in the bottom of the fourth. That one will drop in short on ball 2, so it's a walk. And first and second now. Fallout trying to get something going here. Semifinal of our Wednesday night comp playoff bracket here from Lac La Vaughn Park. Hans Bristol with you behind home plate. And our Burnsville Community Media crew. Great to have you along with us. Always a lot of fun, night in and night out. Every night, every tournament's kind of had a different feel. It's been a great experience. Another ball in there. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 on here. Fallout trying to get a comeback going. That one drops in for a ball, and it's a walk to load the bases. Dixon Chicks, just a laugh out of the pitcher. Right-hander there on the mound. And it's all bases full here for Fallout with a line drive over the shortstop into left field. As 1 run will score here for Fallout, and good speed from second base brings in 2, and it's 7-5. So just like that, brings this to a 2-run game here in this bottom of the fourth. So Fallout make this a 1-run game. 7-6 is now our score. 7-6 here in the bottom of the fourth. Just like that, 1 swing of the bat. Fallout find themselves back within 1. And a bottom of the fourth here with 1 out. As that ball will drop in for a strike with just 1 out here in the fourth. Fallout with runners in first and second. And a sharp line drive direct into center field. Race runner around third will come in easily to score and tie this game. All up at a touchdown. RBI single with a nicely laced ball straight into center field. Making the response that they've been looking for with a 3 run, bottom of the fourth. Another ball's going to drop into center field, and Fallout are going to keep the scoring going. That's the last thing they've been doing here so far in this inning. And it's 8-7. They respond with a 4-run inning. And it is an 8-7 lead, just like that. Fallout with that top seed. They're the one being hunted. No doubt about that. And haven't already won a game here tonight. Ticks and Chicks playing their semi-final round here at Field A. That one drops in for a ball. Been really patient at the plate this inning for Fallout. Letting those good pitches come to them. As that one runs inside for the walk. They've had no problem drawing those walks. And so 4 runs already here in the fourth. Brings up bases loaded here. Still an 8-7 lead, and with 1 out here. More patient hitting. Don't always see that in softball. You see a whole lot of the aggressive taking the first pitch, but not Fallout. They knew they had to get the base runners to get back into this game. That's what they've done here in the fourth. Tactical changes abound. This one swung on towards center field. Caught on the cup of the glove. Just able to snag that one in, but it does drive in a run there from third base. And it takes our score to 9-7 now. Runners on first and third. Good catch out there in right center field. Just had to get to that ball, and whether it ends up in the pocket of the glove or just the cone of the glove, doesn't matter. That one is into the pocket, and it's our 3rd out of this 4th inning. And Fallout with the response. They jump into the lead right back in our semifinal. 2-run game headed to the 5th. So roller to start the 5th inning is an easy toss there to first base. And a quick out for Fallouts. Back out on the field with Ticks and Chicks up to bat without the lead this time. Here in the 5th inning. This time it'll drop into left field, and number 80 on the jersey number there for Ticks and Chicks with the base hit to left. Gives them a base runner here, and they're now looking to find their way back into this one, down by 2. Hans Bristol with you. This is the Wednesday night comp playoff bracket. Semifinal championship game up next. Don't go anywhere right here on Burnsville Community Media. This one bouncing over towards second. They'll take the short throw to second to retire that lead runner, and quickly a 2nd out over at second base. Number 4 up to the plate now, taking this at bat here for Ticks and Chicks, trying to keep this inning going. Second baseman's been busy. Slow to get to that ball off the ground, and it does lead to a base runner for first and second. Softballs aren't always easy to collect up off the dirt either. That's a tough play. Going down to your left, trying to collect that softball, make the throw over to first. This one's going to be pulled into right field. Drop in for the base hit. A turnaround third. Could have a play at the plate. And unable to snag that ball in. Trying to play the tag, and ball drops out of the glove, and it is a run for Ticks and Chicks. Collision there at home, and per usual, we do not see a lot of sliding. Let's take another look. Pretty strong throw there from second base. It was on target. This one pulled down to first base, and it'll be an easy step on to first as Ticks and Chicks, they bring in 1, bring this game to a 1-run game. Bottom of the 5th coming up. So it's Fallout back to the plate, the 1-run lead in a semifinal of our Wednesday Night League Championship playoffs. And Burnsville Community Media out here at Laclevon Park. Always a fun time with a 1-run lead here in the bottom of our 5th inning, as that ball might have slipped away out of the pitcher's hand there that time. It's always interesting. They play so much softball in the underhand toss the pitch to home plate. There's plenty more that does end up going into it. And our lead off with a walk here for Fallout to get a runner on over to first base. Game here so far. Fallout jumped out to a 4-run lead all the way back in the first. This one sharply hit over to short, and it's into center field. Runner will hold up there at second, but with no outs, all of a sudden, it's Fallout here with that one-run lead, I should say. Still no outs here in the fifth. And representing well here at the plate, CSB, College of St. Ben's. Go Bennies. Represented well here tonight at Burnsville. That one drops in for another ball. Bottom of our fifth inning. Winner will move on to our championship game here tonight from Field A. And a foul tip. Swing and a miss there that time for strike one. Don't worry, we got it on camera. Really just hope all these teams are going back and having a laugh, enjoying some of this coverage after these games. The throw over there to right, that gets pulled off the bag, but they do get that out at second, so just one out here in the fifth. And the runners move over to the corners. Just like that here, first and third, Fallout. The one-run lead on a beautiful night here in Burnsville. This temperature's just hanging around those upper 70s. Play for the pitcher off the circle and bobbled out of the glove over there at second base. Brings in a run for Fallout, and they're into the double digits to make this a 10-8 lead. It's been a factor of both these teams here tonight, just making contact. Bringing base runners in. It's about all you can do. Sharply hit over to short. Toss to second for one. Steps on the bag that time. Had to double check. Looked down at the foot and said, "Where's that base?" It is just too easy to lose where you're at on the field. So 2 outs now. Still runners at first and third. Fallout trying to build on this 2-run lead. That ball toughly hit there to short, but a stretch of second is an out. And a nice play there at second base to retire that third out of this fifth inning as we turn toward the sixth in our semifinal. Another look, nice stretch. Sixth inning next. Ticks and Chicks trying to get something started with our furry friends looking on here tonight at Burnsville Park. All dogs are welcome. And pop out there down the third baseline opens up our first out here in the top of the sixth inning. Let's Bristol back with you. This is our semi-final matchup. Winner moves on to the championship game as that one's popped out down the first base side. Championship game here tonight of our Wednesday Softball Comp League here at Lac Levon Park in Burnsville. Great to have you all along with what's been a lot of fun covering all of the softball action out here tonight. As that one popped up right in toward the fence. I was ready for that one. I was in position. I'm telling you, there's going to be a ball that's going to pop up right over this fence right here. Yeah, I know you see me over there at third base line. I was almost ready for it. And if that happens, I think that's Jared down there. I might just even have to bring a glove. Why not? That's what I told our cams on the truck the other night. Pulled out to left, right at the left fielder. And a 1-2-3, top of the sixth. Fallout back to the plate, trying to build their lead here in the sixth inning. Bottom of the sixth inning we go. 10-8 our score. Fallout back to the plate, trying to add on to the lead as the number one seed and the home team on the scoreboard for the semifinal. And they open up this sixth inning with a ball that drops into left field. Open up with a leadoff base hit here for the number one seed Fallout. So it's Bristol Back with you here, our entire Burnsville Community Media crew. Doing a great job as always here on a much cooled off Wednesday night, which we've been due for, no doubt about that. The one night I remember to bring shorts. Line drive, caught there at short. Shortstop's been busy with this game. He's made some good defensive plays. He had a big smile to go along with it, because you made a nice catch. Softballs can pick up some real speed in through the infield. As this one doesn't even need to bother about the infield. It's going to drop into center field for a base hit. Big turnaround second. Runner over to third's going to hold up right there. And with one out, it's second and third, I should say. Kind of spot here where Fallout would like some insurance runs to take into this decisive seventh inning. Still have some time to do just that. The bright green bat up to the plate. Looking at ball number one. Jackson Chicks would be up next to the plate here right now, trailing in this one. That one drops in behind the plate, or in front of the plate for ball two. The patient at bat is really what kind of got Fallout back into this game. There's a nice throw from third to hold that runner at third and get the throw off to first base as well for a second out. That's a big out. The pitcher celebrating, as they should. So Texan Chicks able to get that big out. Still got to try and get one more here at the plate to retire Fallout and take this game into the seventh as just a two-run lead. Two outs and second and third. Fallout trying to add on more with a pop-up towards short. And that one is going to be caught, and we will head to our decisive seventh inning in a semifinal. Park and Rec softball here in Burnsville. Seventh inning we go. It's a semifinal of our Wednesday night comp playoff league with Fallout having the two-run lead into our seventh inning. Over on the other bracket, we are awaiting the winners of the matchup there as well to bring our championship game right back here to Field A. So stick around. That championship game will be coming up. The Texan Chicks now to the plate. Can they find the comeback needed here in the seventh inning? Down by two. Trying to start it off with just getting a base runner on base if they can. They're able to do just that. This one pulled to third, sneaks its way through into left field, and Texan Chicks doing just that, getting the base runner that they have been looking for. And so all of a sudden here, stays a two-run game and a base runner on now. And your tying run comes to the plate here in a semifinal. This one just ends up coming in just a bit short to the plate. Fallout trying to find a way to close this one out here with the two-run lead here in the seventh. Field A, Field B, C all busy here tonight. Comes in for a strike, and the hitter did not think so. Thought it was a walk to stroll down to first base. And a foul tip. It's going to be back to the fencing, and that's our first out of this top of the seventh inning. Actually didn't thought that called strike was a strike, but well, that time couldn't get a piece of it. It's just a runner on first here for Texan Chicks, who defeated Minnesota Black Ice in the first round to make it to this semifinal. Pulled short over to the left-hand side. Out there at second. The turn to first. And a double play is going to end this one. And see Fallout come up with the 10-8 win over Texan Chicks as our final score in this semifinal of our Wednesday night championship playoff league. And Fallout will move on to the championship game right here at Field A, as right here on Burnsville Community Media, we continue our coverage of Park and Rec Championship Series softball Our championship game is coming up next, but for this semifinal, all smiles with Fallout getting the win 10-8 over Ticks and Chicks with our championship game coming up next as you've been watching Park and Rec's Championship Series softball right here on Burnsville Community Media. Stick around, championship game next.